Serena Hotels was established over 40 years ago to pioneer high-end tourism by providing investment and know-how to start local economies, create partnerships with international development agencies and facilitate foreign direct investment in Eastern Africa. The company was founded with the strategy that it is often possible to combine developmental objectives with real economic sustainability and profitability for multiple stakeholders and destinations. Strive to bring best practices in social, cultural, environmental and economic development to some of the most remote and yet alluring, but most fragile areas. Through architecture promotes greater awareness of cultural traditions, preserving and revitalizing them. Owns and manages a portfolio of 23 properties with 1,819 guest rooms located in 5 countries in East Africa. HotelsHTL, recognized as one of the most prominent economic impact valuation consulting firms specialized in the hotel and tourism sector, was engaged by Serena Hotels and Proparco, a French development finance institution. The aim was to develop a system for measurement of the local footprint and contribution to development and economic activity generated by Serena Hotels in East Africa since year 2013. Every time a customer selects to patronize the Serena properties, our value chain supports the revenue for the 5 East African countries' government and income to the East African households and ancillary businesses, while supporting thousands of jobs. 22,000 full-time jobs and 99,000 people are supported through the Serena Hotels value chain per annum. To put this into perspective, an average of 525,000 guests stay at the Serena per annum, and 1 direct job at Serena Hotels results in 4.8 indirect and induced jobs created in East Africa. Our activity ranges from site selection, capital expenditure on new products and existing products, local procurement of food, beverage, utilities, wages, staff training, taxes, concession fees, park and conservancy fees. Through the value chain, this results to various rounds of re-spending in the local economies by our guests, staff and local suppliers, as each previous impact generates successive waves of revenues, salaries, taxes and jobs for the local economies. Ultimately, this translates into the tourism expenditure multiplier. Serena Hotels contributes $291 million in total to the 5 East African national economies, which is 0.2% of gross domestic product per annum. Over a 6-year period, Serena Hotels contributed $1.75 billion in total to the 5 East African national economies. Based on the hotel carbon footprint per occupied bed international benchmark metric produced by the Center for Hospitality Research, Cornell University, a benchmarking exercise was carried out. As commented by HotelsHTL, the East African Serena properties in 2018 recorded a carbon footprint per occupied bed of 40.6 kilograms, which is close to the median range of carbon emissions when compared to the Western countries, which are more developed than the countries in East Africa. This has been achieved through the installation of solar power plants, solar water heating systems, inverter systems that have resulted in reduced generator use over the years. Kenya's first fully solar-powered lodge, Kilaguni Serena, located in Masavo West National Park, was completed in July 2017. One of the hallmarks of Serena Hotels over the last 4 decades is its responsible business practices that are integrated in its daily interactions, operations and business processes. These can be viewed as carbon offset initiatives. Serena Hotels have had an impactful and innovative journey towards aligning with the circular economy model, which focuses on reducing, reusing, recycling and recovering. We implement sustainable solutions for waste management. The company's tree planting commitment has been in place since 1991, and we are now focusing our efforts on planting fruit, vegetable and herbal trees within the local community and schools around our properties. Serena Hotels has an extensive range of water-saving measures and effluent water treatment system to allow it to be reused for irrigation and animal consumption at the water hole. Species conservation initiatives include endangered turtle conservation for over 20 years that has in the process turned fishermen from being poachers to protectors, butterfly conservation sanctuary and colobus monkey moved to a new habitat. Serena Hotels continues to give priority to the local communities living around our areas of operation so as to ensure economic independence with the end goal to better navigate uncertainty and strive towards sustainable livelihood in the future. This is through local sourcing of fresh foodstuff, selling artifacts, entertainment and work training employment. Other community initiatives includes provision of safe drinking water and free medical consultation including wellness programs. We work with 28 schools around our properties to ensure children have a conducive environment for learning. 12,700 children benefit from the children libraries and infrastructure support through building of classrooms, ablution blocks, dorms, wheelchairs, mattresses and general repairs and maintenance amongst other in-kind donations. Serena Hotels continues to play its part by aligning its programs and inspiring its stakeholders towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals set out by the United Nations Development Programme. Serena Hotels are proud and gratified that we have been able to play a pioneering and catalytic role in the economic growth and development of the 5 East African countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Zanzibar, Uganda, and Rwanda. Our impact would not have existed without your support and we are grateful that you value us each day with your choice.